Single row beaded cuff. Concept. This is the most basic and fundamental design. Materials. It uses a single strand of seed beads or small accent beads. Construction. The beads are sewn directly onto a strip of leather. Result. The final look is described as clean and minimalist, emphasizing simplicity and elegance. Ombre effect. Concept. This technique focuses on creating a gradual color transition. Materials. You select several shades of beads that belong to the same color family, e.g. light blue, medium blue, dark blue. Construction. The beads are arranged on the leather cuff in an order that creates a seamless shift from one shade to the next. Result. The visual effect is a smooth, continuous change in color across the cuff. Monochromatic with a pop. Concept. This design uses a single dominant color with a small contrasting element to draw the eye. Materials. A single color of beads is used for the majority of the cuff's surface. A second contrasting color is used sparingly. Construction. The contrasting beads can be arranged in a single row or scattered randomly among the main color beads. Result. The contrasting beads serve as a focal point, adding visual interest and breaking up the uniformity of the monochromatic design.
The chevron or zigzag pattern, diamond pattern, and striped cuff are all popular geometric and patterned ideas for beading on leather. Here's a breakdown of each. 1. Chevron or zigzag pattern. This pattern creates a series of V-shapes or zigzags across the width of the leather. It's a great way to introduce a dynamic and eye-catching design. Materials. You'll need 2 different colors of beads and a simple stitching technique. The basic idea is to create diagonal lines of beads that meet in the center to form a point. You can achieve this with a simple backstitch or a similar technique. Start by creating a diagonal row of beads in your first color. When you reach the center, switch to your second color and create another diagonal row, mirroring the first one. Continue this process, alternating colors and directions, to create the zigzag effect. 2. Diamond pattern. The diamond pattern is a classic geometric design that creates a repeating rhombus shape. It adds a sophisticated and intricate look to your leather project. Materials. Use beads of varying sizes and colors to create the pattern. A mix of small and medium-sized beads works well to give the design depth and texture. Technique. The diamond shape is formed by creating a square or a rhombus with beads of a certain color, and then filling the center with another color. Start by stitching a bead in the center of where you want your diamond to be. Stitch beads around the center bead to create the desired shape, and then fill in the center with a contrasting color. Repeat this process to create a repeating pattern across the leather. 3. Striped cuff. The striped cuff is a simple yet versatile design that allows you to play with different color combinations and create a unique look. Materials. You'll need beads of different colors. Technique. This is one of the easiest patterns to create. You can simply alternate rows of different colored beads to create horizontal or diagonal stripes. For horizontal stripes, stitch a row of beads in one color across the width of the leather. Then, stitch a row of beads in another color and repeat the process. For diagonal stripes, stitch rows of beads at a diagonal angle across the leather.
The basket weave technique is a method of beading that creates a rich, woven texture that resembles a basket. It's an advanced technique, but the results are a beautiful, sturdy, and visually interesting pattern, making it ideal for creating wide beaded cuffs. The process involves weaving beads together in a specific over-under pattern, building rows on top of each other. This creates a thick, dimensional fabric of beads. To start, you would typically use a beading needle and thread to create a base row. Then you'll weave your way back and forth, adding beads and passing your needle through existing beads to pull the new beads into place, creating the signature basket-like pattern. It's a method that requires careful tension and attention to detail to keep the rows straight and the weave consistent. Textural and organic ideas. To create unique and textured jewelry, you can move beyond traditional beading with these ideas. Mixed media. Don't limit yourself to just beads. By incorporating other small objects, you can add a unique found object aesthetic to your craft. Think about using small metal charms, pieces of chain, or even tiny seashells. You can sew these directly onto a cuff, or you can bead around them to hold them in place. The combination of different materials creates a visually interesting and dynamic piece. Random scatter. Instead of a neat uniform pattern, you can sew beads randomly across a leather cuff. This approach is perfect for creating an organic, freeform design. Use beads of different sizes, colors, and textures to make the piece even more interesting. You can attach them one by one, scattering them across the surface and securing them with a strong thread, creating a piece that looks natural and unstructured. This is a great place to start if you're new to this kind of craft. It's a simple, elegant project that combines different textures for a soft, delicate look. Materials you'll need: a leather cuff bracelet, a piece of lace that's the same size or slightly larger than your cuff, a needle beading thread. Nylon or silk thread is recommended. Seed beads or other small beads. Instructions: attach the lace. Lay the piece of lace over the leather cuff. You'll want to use a needle and thread to carefully sew it onto the leather. Make sure to use small, discreet stitches so they blend in and the lace lays flat and smooth. You can also use a strong fabric glue or hot glue, but sewing will provide a more durable hold. Add the beads. Now for the fun part. Once the lace is secure, stitch beads onto the lace. You can follow the existing patterns in the lace, highlighting the intricate details of the fabric. This adds a beautiful sparkle and dimension to the design. Unique, advanced ideas. If you're ready to take your cuff-making skills to the next level, here are a couple of more advanced techniques. Bead embroidery. Bead embroidery is a technique where you stitch beads onto a surface to create intricate designs, much like a regular embroidery project using thread. This method allows for greater detail and creativity compared to just highlighting a pattern. Materials you'll need: a leather cuff, a variety of beads in different colors and sizes, a fine beading needle, size 10 or 12 is a good choice, strong beading thread, like wildfire or Nymo, a fabric marker or pencil to sketch your design, optional. Instructions: plan your design. Before you start, sketch out your image or motif on the leather. This could be a flower, a star, or a unique geometric pattern. Stitch the beads. There are a few different stitches you can use for bead embroidery, but a common one is the beaded backstitch. Bring your needle up from the back of the leather. Pick up a small group of beads, 3-4 beads. Push the needle back down into the leather at the end of the beads. Bring the needle up again, but this time, come up 1 or 2 beads back from where you just went down. Pass the needle through the beads you just stitched to secure them in place. Repeat this process, adding a new group of beads and stitching them down. This method creates a secure, continuous line of beads that lets you draw with them, bringing your design to life. Multi-strand cuff. This technique creates a cuff with a sense of movement and visual interest. Instead of the beads being stitched flat against the leather, they drape slightly, creating a layered and fluid look. Materials you'll need: a wider leather cuff, a variety of beads, seed beads, small glass beads, or even a mix of shapes, a beading needle, strong beading thread. Instructions: prepare the leather. Mark where you want each strand of beads to be on the leather cuff. You can create a number of parallel rows. Attach the strands. Instead of stitching the beads directly to the leather, you'll create separate beaded strands and attach them at each end. Create the drape. When you attach each strand, leave a little bit of slack in the thread so the beads have room to hang and move. This is what creates that nice sense of dimension. You can vary the amount of slack for each row to create different levels of draping. This is a great way to combine different colors and bead types to create a stunning layered effect.